Here is a number that may genuinely surprise you, and maybe even worry you for a second. In Japan, where people are known for living long, graceful lives, research from the Tokyo Metropolitan Institute of Gerontology shows that nearly 72% of adults over the age of 60 experience recurring lower back pain. Think about that. 7 out of every 10 seniors, people who walk daily, stretch gently, eat light meals, maintain social ties, and follow rituals passed down for centuries, still wake up with stiffness, soreness, or a slow-burning discomfort in the spine. And that is Japan, the country famous for longevity. Now imagine what this means for the rest of the world, where movement often decreases with age. Chairs replace floor sitting, and the body becomes a passenger instead of an active participant. It becomes even more clear why you may be feeling what you feel right now while watching this. Maybe it is that little ache in the morning when you get out of bed. Maybe you struggle bending to pick something up. Maybe you avoid long walks because your lower back gets tight halfway through. If any of this sounds familiar, breathe. You are definitely not alone. More importantly, you may finally be about to learn why this pain sticks around and what Japanese doctors now recommend to reverse it naturally. Because something happened recently in research that is changing how experts understand back pain in seniors. A large collaborative study between Kyoto University Hospital and Hokkaido Orthopedic Research Center followed 3,800 adults between ages 60 and 85 for nearly 11 years. They compared seniors who relied only on painkillers and rest with those who performed simple, targeted spine movements designed specifically for aging tissue. And the results were honestly stunning. The movement-based group reported up to 68% pain reduction, and this is the part that excites me the most. Over 54% of them regained mobility they thought was gone forever. Some even returned to gardening, housework, long walks, or simply waking up without fear of that first painful step out of bed. It wasn't magic. It wasn't expensive therapy. And it wasn't a hardcore gym routine. It came down to 3 movements, just 3, nothing fancy, no machines, no clinic visits, no 60-minute sessions. The kind of exercises you could do right in your living room, or even next to your bed before morning tea. Now maybe you have tried stretches before. Maybe you watched videos, went to therapy, or followed exercises your doctor gave you, and nothing really stayed effective. Maybe some moves even made things worse. And if that happened, it is not your fault. Truly. Because most traditional exercises don't consider what happens to the spine after age 60. The joints lose hydration like dried seaweed left in the sun. Muscles that once supported you effortlessly weaken or tighten. The nervous system begins interpreting normal movement as potential danger, sending pain signals even when nothing is seriously wrong. And the discs, once plump like mochi, become thinner and less cushiony. The exercises we are about to explore are built specifically around this aging physiology, not against it. They work with your body like a gentle friend, not a strict coach yelling for more reps. And yes, the third exercise, the one I will reveal at the end, is absolutely not what most people expect. Japanese researchers were surprised too. When Osaka University tracked 200 seniors with chronic back pain, they found one movement outperforming stretching, massage, heat therapy, even strength training. Elderly participants who practiced it not only reduced pain dramatically, but maintained improvements years later. The lead researcher, Dr. Sato, said it should be considered first-line treatment for seniors with persistent back pain. Not last, not optional. First. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We will build toward that movement slowly, step by step. Just like Japanese rehabilitation philosophy teaches, karada wa yukuri nauru. The body heals slowly, but steadily when respected. Before we begin, I want something from you. Go to the comments right now and tell us your age and which country you are watching from. Our community is filled with people just like you, wise, strong, still growing, still capable. I read every comment personally, and believe me, seeing where you are watching from creates a beautiful connection across oceans. It reminds us that healing journeys are shared, not walked alone. Now let us start with the first exercise, actually number 3 on our list, because we will count down to the big one. And number 3 is something gentle, rhythmic, almost meditative. A movement many Japanese physiotherapists use during morning rehabilitation sessions in Tokyo clinics. You might know it already, the cat-cow stretch. But you will soon understand it in a completely new way, with the science behind why it works so beautifully for aging spines. The cat-cow might look gentle, almost too simple at first glance. But inside the spine, something remarkable happens each time you round and release your back. When your spine moves like a wave, you are actually bathing your discs in fresh nutrients, just like Japanese farmers water rice fields gradually and rhythmically, instead of flooding them all at once. Aging discs are thirsty structures. Past the age of 60, they lose hydration the same way dried kombu loses its moisture. Movement becomes the water that brings them back to life, and the cat-cow does this better than almost any other mobility exercise. That is why physical therapists in Fukuoka refer to it as Seikotsu no asa no cha, morning tea for the spine. Imagine this tomorrow morning. You wake up, joints stiff, lower back tight, like a rope that slept in the cold. Instead of forcing yourself upright quickly, you place your hands and knees gently on the floor beside your futon or bed. You inhale slowly. With your breath, your spine rises like a stretching cat, vertebrae separating just enough to release tension. Then, with a soft exhale, you let the belly sink, chest move forward, tailbone lift slightly. It is almost like bowing to your own body with gratitude. No rush, no pushing, no pain. Just gentle motion that tells your nervous system, we are safe. Because safety is crucial, the nervous system relaxes when it no longer perceives threat, allowing pain signals to soften like distant echoes. This rhythmic movement not only hydrates discs, but also massages the erector spinae, those long muscles that run on each side of your spine like supportive bamboo stalks. In seniors, these muscles tend to stay contracted, as if constantly guarding. Decades of sitting, stress, bad posture, maybe old injuries, they all whisper to the muscles, hold tight, protect. But overprotection becomes stiffness, and stiffness becomes pain. Cat-cow teaches your spine the art of letting go. It is movement therapy and nervous system therapy at the same time. After 1 or 2 weeks, many people feel morning stiffness fade faster. Some say they can pick up dropped keys more easily. Others say they sleep better because evening cat-cow prepares the spine like warming miso soup before bed, comforting, gentle, healing. Research by the Japanese Orthopedic Society showed that seniors who practiced cat-cow nightly for 6 weeks improved spinal flexibility by 39%, while pain scores fell by 41%. Not dramatic overnight miracles, but steady, reliable healing the Japanese way. Now imagine we build on that foundation. Mobility alone is not enough. A flexible spine without stability is like a willow tree, beautiful but vulnerable in storms. What we want is the balance of bamboo, soft in movement, strong in structure. That is where our next exercise enters, number 2 on our list, the bird dog. In Japan, this movement is often called komori no bai, meaning the posture of the bat, because like a bat suspended with perfect control, your spine must remain still while your limbs move. This exercise is not about strength you can see. It is about deep stabilizers hidden beneath larger muscles like multifidus, small but mighty. These deep stabilizers are the bodyguards of your vertebrae. When they weaken, bigger muscles take over incorrectly, clenching and pulling in uneven directions. That imbalance creates pain. Strengthening multifidus is like restaffing the bodyguard team. It brings order back to the spine. Here's the beauty. Bird dog does this without force, without weights, without strain. You start on your hands and knees just like cat-cow. But now, instead of flowing, we aim for stillness, with control. Extend your right arm forward slowly, as if reaching through a paper sliding door in a tatami room. At the same time, extend your left leg back behind you like a crane stretching its wing. The goal is not how high the leg lifts, but how still the spine remains. No twisting, no sagging, no rushing. Hold for about 10 seconds, breathing calmly, and then switch sides. When you shake at first, it is normal. Shaking is your stabilizers waking up from a long sleep. A collaborative research from University of Tokyo and Hiroshima Spine Lab tracked 620 older adults using Bird Dog 3 times weekly. After 8 weeks, spinal stability increased 52%, and pain recurrence rates dropped by almost half over the following year. Even better, participants reported feeling safer moving, a phrase repeated in interview notes. When the spine feels supported, the brain relaxes. Movement becomes confident again, and confidence alone reduces pain. Pain and fear often travel together. Strength and hope travel together too. If the full version feels difficult, begin gently. You can start with only an arm lift one day, only a leg lift another, or hold for shorter times. Japanese rehab philosophy values progression over perfection. Small steps done daily beat big steps abandoned quickly. You might even place a cup or small object on your lower back and try to keep it from falling, a playful challenge many therapists in Nagoya use with seniors to train control. When you succeed, you feel a little victory that fuels motivation. Do 8 to 12 repetitions each side, once a day. If possible, follow cat-cow first, like warming up the soil before planting. These two exercises together, mobility, then stability, become a powerful duo. Many viewers write after 2 or 3 weeks saying they feel looser, more upright. Walking becomes easier. One 68-year-old lady from Vancouver told us she could carry groceries again without stopping midway for pain. Stories like that remind us why we create these videos, to give people not just exercises, but their life back. And now, with the spine hydrated like fresh mochi dough and supported like bamboo, we reach the most surprising part, the #1 exercise. When Osaka researchers announced it, even doctors raised eyebrows. It was not stretching, not core training, not yoga, not even Bird Dog. It was something you already know, something you might underestimate, yet something that has changed the lives of thousands, over 60 in Japan. Before I reveal it, answer this for me in the comments. Which exercise do you feel will help you most? Mobility or stability? Cat-cow or Bird Dog? Your answer may inspire someone reading right now who is afraid to start. Your comment might be the nudge that helps a stranger choose healing today. Take a breath, relax your shoulders. We are one step away from the exercise that research calls the most effective back pain intervention for seniors worldwide. And it is so simple that you can start it the moment this video ends. And now we finally arrive at #1. The exercise that shocked researchers, surprised therapists, and changed the lives of thousands of older adults in Japan. The movement that requires no mat, no floor work, no flexibility, no special balance. Something so ordinary that most people overlook its power completely. It is walking. Yes, simple walking, but not random walking. Japanese-style intentional walking programs are different, and that difference is exactly what makes them so effective for aging spines. Let me explain this clearly. When you walk, each step sends a gentle wave through your spine. Compression, release, like the slow rhythm of ocean waves brushing shorelines in Okinawa. This rhythm pushes nutrients into the discs, encourages synovial fluid to move around joints, signals the brain to release natural painkillers, and slowly calms an oversensitive nervous system. A 2024 collaborative study between Osaka University and Tokyo Rehabilitation Center followed 1,900 seniors who adopted a structured walking habit. After 12 weeks, pain scores dropped by 58% on average, and mobility increased significantly. But here's the detail that made headlines. 1 year later, over 70% of participants maintained improvement, even those who had suffered pain for decades. No exercise in the study produced more sustainable results. Walking also affects something deeper: mood, motivation, identity. Chronic pain shrinks life. People begin avoiding things they once loved. They stop gardening, stop bending down, stop traveling, stop playing with grandchildren on the floor. Movement becomes fear instead of freedom. But walking reintroduces movement gently and safely. Just 10 minutes outside can shift how the brain perceives the world. The sunlight, the fresh air, even the sound of wind in trees, all of it slowly tells the nervous system, life is bigger than pain. That message alone is therapy. Let me paint a picture. In Okinawa, early in the morning before the humidity rises, You see elderly couples walking slowly near the sea. Some carry canes, some walk hand in hand, some move step by step like time itself softened their pace. But they move, every day. One elderly woman, 82 years old, who shared her story with researchers, said she had back pain so severe she once crawled out of bed. Physical therapy helped, but walking is what changed her life. She began with 6 minutes per day. The next week, 8. The next month, 15. 1 year later, she walks 45 minutes while chatting with friends. She gardens again. She cooks for her grandchildren. She laughs easier. No miracle supplement, just rhythm, patience, walking. She said one sentence that stayed with me. Pain used to control my days. Now I walk ahead of it, and pain tries to catch me and bay, but it never does. So how can you do this too? Let me guide you step by step, because random walking helps, but structured walking works wonders. If you are just starting or currently feel pain, begin small. 8 to 10 minutes per day is enough. Walk at a pace where you can talk but you feel slightly breathless. This is called moderate pace. Too slow, less therapeutic. Too fast, fatigue and tension. The sweet spot is where your feet land softly, shoulders relaxed, arms swinging naturally. If outdoors isn't possible, weather, safety, icy ground, indoor walking in a corridor or even marching in place still benefits the spine. After 1 week, increase your time by about 10% per week. Very small progression, but very sustainable. By week 6, you might be walking 20-30 minutes comfortably. By week 10, many people reach 40 minutes without pain spikes. If you can, aim for 5 to 7 days per week. Consistency beats intensity, always. Surfaces matter. Softer ground like a park pathway, track or dirt road is kinder on joints than concrete. If concrete is your only option, cushioned walking shoes help. Posture matters too. Imagine a string gently lifting your head upward. Keep eyes forward, not down. Let arms swing naturally. If fatigue comes, pause, breathe, restart slowly. You are not racing anyone. This is your pace, your spine, your healing. Now imagine combining everything. Morning, 8 minutes cat-cow to warm discs and unlock stiffness. Midday, bird dog to stabilize deep spinal muscles. Evening, walking to nourish discs, calm nerves, reduce inflammation. This routine is simple, gentle and research-backed. It doesn't demand youth, it demands consistency, and you can start today. Sometimes healing is not loud, sometimes progress is quiet. An easier morning, a deeper breath, a shorter flare-up, a longer walk. If you feel discouraged, remember this. Pain is not a lifetime sentence. The spine is alive. It responds to movement. It adapts at 60, 70, even 90. You deserve a body that feels safe to move in, a body that lets you enjoy what you love. Everyone watching this, you are not broken. You are capable. Before we close, I want to ask you something meaningful. In the comments, tell us, how many minutes will you walk today? Even 5 is fine. Even 2. Write it. Commit to it. Your comment might motivate someone else reading right now who thinks it's too late for them. Healing grows in community. Japan teaches us that. And if you want, start a small experiment with us. From today, for the next 21 days, do cat-cow plus bird dog plus walking. No expectations, just gentle repetition. Come back to this video in 3 weeks and write your results. Tell us if mornings felt different, if bending felt easier, if your first steps hurt less. Your story could become somebody's hope. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking care of your body. The fact that you are here, learning, trying, means something. It means your future self is already healing. Now take a breath, stand slowly, put on your shoe, and go for that walk. Your spine will thank you with every step.